Welcome to another unmissable update on the Las Vegas Raiders. Pete Carroll reveals the reason behind Patrick Graham staying with the Raiders. Before we dive into this news, take advantage and leave a like to support the channel. It's quick, free, and helps us continue to bring you quality content. And if you're not a subscriber yet, don't waste time. Subscribe now to receive all the Raiders news firsthand. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and with your support, we're getting closer. Now, stay until the end to understand all the details. Let's go. The Las Vegas Raiders underwent another major overhaul this offseason after a disappointing campaign in 2024. With Pete Carroll taking over as the new head coach, many changes were expected, but one specific choice caught our attention: the retention of defensive coordinator Patrick Graham. During his interview at the NFL Combine, Carroll explained the reasoning behind this decision and how he assembled his coaching staff. One of the key things was keeping some of the key pieces of the program, Carroll said of his staff. Having people who already know the players, the system, and the dynamics of the division was essential. Patrick, Graham, and Rob B. Leonard were the most important pieces in that regard. Graham's tenure with the Raiders is remarkable. He was originally hired by Josh McDaniels as defensive coordinator and, even after changes in the team's leadership, has continued to serve in that role under Antonio Pierce and now under Carroll. His tenure reflects not only his adaptability, but also the confidence the coaches have in him to keep the defense competitive. Despite looking to grow his career, Graham seems content to remain with the Raiders. He was a strong candidate to take over as head coach with the Seattle Seahawks and Jacksonville Jaguars the past 2 seasons, but ended up seeing Mike Macdonald and Liam Cohen get the nod. Still, his presence with the Raiders brings stability to one of the team's most solid departments in recent years. Keeping Graham in charge of the defense could be a game-changer for Las Vegas, especially given the challenging scenario the franchise faces. With 26 free agents about to make decisions about their future, continuity on the coaching staff could be a deciding factor in convincing some of those players to stay on the team. Ultimately, Carroll's selection could represent a major move for the team's future. Tom Brady steps up Raiders' push for Matthew Stafford. The Matthew Stafford saga is gaining new chapters with every passing moment, with conflicting information emerging about an alleged meeting between him and Tom Brady during a ski trip in Montana. The first report indicated that Brady had made direct contact with Stafford to convince him to join the Las Vegas Raiders. However, new versions of the facts have begun to emerge, adding even more mystery to the situation. According to Jordan Schultz of Fox Sports, Brady is actively working behind the scenes to lure Stafford to Las Vegas, leading an aggressive approach to ensure the veteran quarterback lands on the team. According to the same source, the Raiders would be willing to do whatever it takes to have Stafford next season. However, Ian Rappaport of NFL Network contradicts this narrative and claims that the meeting between Brady and Stafford would have been just a coincidence, with no concrete move to bring him to the Raiders. Despite the differing accounts, Schultz has reinforced his position, claiming that Brady is indeed leading the effort to bring the Rams quarterback to the Las Vegas franchise, should a trade become feasible. Since Stafford has already been given permission to talk to other teams, Brady's contact would not violate NFL guidelines. However, if this approach occurred before the Rams officially cleared the deal, the Raiders could face investigations and possible penalties for improper solicitation. This would not be the first time an NFL team has been sanctioned for such irregularities. Last year, the Atlanta Falcons lost a 5th-round draft pick and received a $250,000 fine for making unauthorized contact with players during free agency. Among the targets of this move was another experienced quarterback, Kirk Cousins. While rumors about the Raiders continue to grow, Stafford's agent, Jimmy Sexton, has also been in talks with other interested teams. According to Schultz and Dan Duggan of The Athletic, one of the teams keeping an eye on the quarterback situation is the New York Giants, who had already expressed interest in him during the last trade window. Despite this, the New York team may not be willing to give up the 3rd overall pick in the draft to acquire Stafford, although General Manager Joe Schoen has already made it clear that strengthening the quarterback position is his priority this offseason. For now, Stafford's future remains up in the air. Coach Sean McVay has expressed his intention to keep the Super Bowl-winning quarterback on the roster, but the movement of other teams indicates that the competition is far from over. Stafford, in turn, must evaluate the market and give the Rams the opportunity to meet his financial demands before making a final decision. If the Rams are not willing to negotiate new terms, everything indicates that he will try to force an exit from Los Angeles. In this scenario, the Raiders and Giants emerge as the main favorites to land the veteran, making the situation even more intriguing as the offseason progresses. Now leave your comment below. It will be very important for you to give your opinion. Let's interact and participate. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Until next time.